The report highlights how farmers in crisis-hit parts of northern Nigeria pay illegal levies to bandits just to access their farms. It documents several cases in rural communities in banditry-ravaged northwestern states like Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara and Jigawa. Farmers there have to pay bandits before accessing their farms. They often pay them twice just to be allowed to use their land during the planting and harvesting seasons. The situation has adversely affected Nigeria's food security.
For the Northwest, it has become a problem since at least 2021. And this is only made possible by the fact that large swathes of territories in the rural parts of the Northwest are under the control of armed groups. And since this is also widespread because of the fact that a success in one particular part of the country, especially in the north, is likely to be replicated not so far off.
The practice was first reported in the northeast of the country, where Boko Haram and other insurgent groups levied farmers and fishermen to allow them to farm and fish. Bandits in the northwest have now joined them in making life harder for farmers. They're extorting farmers using threats of force and violence, and in a number of cases, those who don't pay either get kidnapped or even killed.
The bulk of where these issues happen, talking about the communities where levies for farming is more prevalent, especially in the rural parts of the Northwest, the security presence is low to non-existent. Because, for one, the military do not want to foray into those territories because of a logistical issue and how much manpower they have. Because if they have to do that, it's very, very much, they have to spread themselves very thin.
The situation has forced some farmers to stop growing crops altogether or scale down their farming. Others have been forced to seek safety elsewhere. One of such farmers who has relocated is Ahmad Saeed. He'd abandoned 5 of his large farms in the forest. He now farms on a small scale close to his home, where there's relative security.
In the past, I would go to my farm in the forest and spend like 2 weeks there, farming without any disturbance. But now, it's impossible. Most of the time, when you're at your farm, the bandits will come and start making demands. If you can't pay, they kidnap you and demand outrageous ransom payment. Sometimes they mention figures that I've never seen in my life.
Many large-scale farmers have since adopted Saeed's method. They've scaled down their activities and are farming close to their homes. But their output has dramatically reduced as a result, and the country is feeling the impact of that reduced productivity through food shortages and higher food prices. The government says the security situation is now improving. It also announced additional measures to address the problem permanently.
Of course, this is not to say that the security situation has been solved completely, but we have seen significant improvement. In Borno, for example, areas where farmers have not been able to cultivate as a result of security, those farmers have now returned to their farms. It is also the same thing in Jigawa and many parts of the country. Mr. President and the state governors have also discussed the possibility of improving the numeric strength of forest rangers to train them so that they can keep our forest and our borders very safe. Now, there is also a discussion around the issue of state police. The federal government and the state governments are mulling the possibility of setting up state police.
Many have lauded the initiative to set up fully fledged police departments for states across Nigeria. They say this will help bring back farmers to their land. Farmers in northwest Nigeria like Saeed are hoping that security will be urgently restored so that they can grow their crops safely once again. Deji Bademasi, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.